Dominica, we're back, and of course, we were exploring a subject earlier. After some investigations, I discovered that persons are Syrian citizens, I suspect, who may be afraid of going back to Syria, are choosing to come back, be sent to Dominica instead, because as we have learned, when they check you and they say you're born in Syria, it's it would be a preferred choice to go back to your country of birth. But my information suggests that when these guys or ladies may be captured by ICE, they've been sent to some detainees to join other detainees at the San Diego Detention Center. And then from there, they're deported to Dominica. As we learned just about 2 weeks ago, another lady and her daughter deported back to Dominica. It appears that we have a string of Syrian nationals, although we were told recently that we don't have any relations with Syria, so why would we accept people from Syria and their money? Let's listen to a few voice notes at this time, and we'll take a phone call. I know a lot of people may be trying to call at this time, but it's concerning that these people have been sent back because they're afraid of going back to Syria. One just reported there on the weekend that he's afraid that he might be killed when he go back to Syria. So serious. Why?
Yes, Matt. Good morning to you. Good morning to your listeners. Matt, very quickly. Uh, yes, this case is in fact very concerning, but for the following reasons, my brother. First of all, this gentleman is obviously a dual citizen now. He's a citizen of Syria by birth, and he's a citizen of Dominica um, by the CBI program. Usually, if you get stopped and detained, and they decide that they do not want you in their country and they're sending you back, usually they would send you back to your place of birth. However, on this occasion, possibly what the gentleman did, which is something that many people do if they feel that their lives are at risk in their own country, is when they enter one of these countries, such as the US or the UK or France or Canada and so on, they will apply for asylum. And on that basis, if it is determined that yes, their lives are at risk, if they were to be returned to their country of birth, then they would get asylum. However, if you have a second citizenship, and they decide that they absolutely do not want you in their country, for whatever reason, then they have that option of, since you have two citizenships, of sending you to the second country of citizenship if the first one would put your life at risk. So possibly what the gentleman did was he complained and felt that, no, if you send me back to Syria, which is where you want to send me to, presumably, you will be putting my life at risk. And he protested and asked them to not send him there. Then the next thing they do is send you to the second country, Dominica. So we should keep this in mind now, that we are now aware that this can happen, because we may have a number of people out there who have first citizenships by birth, and they may be carrying around Dominican passports as their second passport from their second citizenship. And if they are in fact dodgy characters and they get stopped anywhere around the world and they decide that they want to deport them, then the option that would be open or most simple would be to deport them to Dominica, the second citizenship. So let us be very aware of that, because the government is now going to have to deal with that matter, face up to that, and decide how they deal with that now. Because if he's sent to Dominica, he has Dominican citizenship, he has the right to protection under the law. So are we not going to be able to deport these persons back to their places of birth? Or are we not going to be able to revoke their citizenship on the basis that if we do, they would have to be sent back to their places of birth where their lives may very well be in danger? So it's something to think about.
Cross between the devil and the blue sea, boy. A very serious situation there. But my information suggests the person that I actually presented this morning that was deported to Dominica, maybe on his way to St. Martin and then France and back to Dubai. So